Hello, yes. Today we will be learning about Indian physiography and its structure. Hello, viewers. So, we will be learning about structure and physiography regions of India. So, it seems it will be very difficult, but once we start learning, and then it will be much easier to learn. So, physiography India and then structure of India. So we know pretty well the Earth is approximately 46 million years old. It has undergone many changes brought about primarily by the endogenic and exogenic forces. These forces have played a significant role in giving the shape to various surfaces and substances features of the Earth. We know pretty well the different continents so existing now because of these exogenic and endogenic forces only. So structure and physiography. India can be divided into broadly three geological divisions. These geological regions broadly follow the physical features. The peninsular block in this map, it's very clear. So peninsular block, we have three blocks. One is southern western region, one is northern region, one is northeastern region. So next is Himalayas, so and then Indo-Gangetic plains. So when we study the peninsula, the northern boundary of the peninsular block may be taken as an irregular line running from Kutch along the western flank of the Aravalli range near Delhi, and then roughly parallel to the Yamuna and the Ganga as per the Rajmahal Hills and the Ganga Delta. Apart from these, the Kutch and the Meghalaya Plateau in the north, east, and Rajasthan in the west are also extension of this block. So it is very clear, and then the extension we can see, and then how it has been extended from Meghalaya Plateau in the northeast and Rajasthan in west are all extension of these blocks. The northeastern part are separated by Malda Fault in West Bengal from the Chota Nagpur plateau. In Rajasthan, the desert and other desert-like features overlays this block. So, as a part of the Indo-Austral plate, it has been subjected to various vertical movements and block faulting. The Rift Valley of the Narmada, the Tapi, and Mahanandi and Satpura Black Mountains are some examples of it. The peninsula mostly consisting of relic and residual mountains like the Aravalli Hills and Nallamala Hills and Javadi Hills, the Velukonda Hills, Palakonda Range, and the Mahendragiri Hills, etc. The river valleys here are shown with low gradients. So the again we will be studying about the peninsula only. Most of the east flowing rivers, when we see east flowing rivers from delta, before entering into the Bay of Bengal. The deltas formed by Mahanandi, the Krishna, the Kaveri, and the Godavari are important examples. So when we look into Himalayas, the Himalayas and other peninsular mountains, the Himalayas along with other peninsular mountains are young, weak and flexible in their geological structure, unlike the rigid and stable peninsular block. Consequently, they are still subjected to interplay of exogenic and endogenic forces, resulting in the development of faults, folds, and thrust planes. These mountains are tectonic in origin, dissected by fast flowing rivers which are their youthful stage. Various landforms like gorges, V-shaped valleys, rapids, waterfalls, etc. are indicative of this stage. So Indo-Ganga Brahmaputra plain. The plains formed by river Indus, the Ganga and the Brahmaputra. 64 million ago, it has been gradually filled by the sediments brought by the Himalayas and peninsular rivers. Average depth of alluvial deposit in these plains ranges from 1000 to 2000 meters. The relief and physiography of India has been greatly influenced by the geological and geomorphological process active in the Indian subcontinent. So, let us see the land and India is characteristic by great diversity of its physical features. The north has vast expanse of rugged topography consisting of series of mountain ranges with varied peaks, beautiful valleys and deep gorges. The south consisting of stable tableland with highly dissected plateaus, bentoniated rocks, and developed series of scraps. In between these two lies the vast North Indian plain. So now this in this map it is very clear. We have physiography regions has been divided into four: north, northeastern mountains, northern plains, or otherwise we call it as Indo-Gangetic plain, the peninsular plateau, and then Indian desert, coastal plains, and then the last one being the islands. So it covers an area of uh, 32,872 631 square kilometer. It has a diversified physiographic conditions. If we look at the distribution of the physiographic units, mountains occupy 10.6%, hills occupy 18%, plateaus occupy 27.7%, and the plains occupy 43.2%. The Indian subcontinent is characterized by a great and diversified group of physical features. So now we will study about the northern and northeastern. So Himalayas are the, as we discussed earlier, it has been the youngest fold mountain situated in northern India. Its length is 2,500 kilometers. This is the physical barrier which separates one physiographic division from the other. This act as a good climatic barrier as they provide obstruction to the moisture, laden winds and cause rainfall. So in this map we see the Himalayas are four parts. One is trans, and then second one is greater Himalayas, third one is lesser Himalayas, fourth one Shivalik Hills. So outer side it's very clear trans. So Himalayas, and then next to it is greater, and then next to it is lesser, and then last being the Shivalik range. The following, basically, we will consider three ranges: the Shivalik ranges, which are called as outer Himalayas, the Himalayas ranges called as lesser Himalayas, and the Himadri ranges, which are called as greater Himalayas. So now Himalayas. So Himalayas are subdivided into following parts. So first being the Kashmir or northwestern Himalayas. These Himalayas consisting of Karakoram range, Ladakh range and Jaskar range. In this map it is very clear visible Karakoram range and then uh, Jaskar and then Ladakh range. So it is very clear it's on all Jammu and Kashmir area. So it is clearly visible on the map. Right. These Himalayas are famous for Kairwas. The Kairwas are thick deposits of glacial clay and other material embedded with moraines. These Himalayas are drained by rivers Indus and its tributary Jhelum, China. Freshwaters like Dal and Ulur Lake are located here. These Himalayas are known for their scenic beauty and landscape. This scenic beauty act as a points for tourist attraction. So places of pilgrimages we know very well famous temple Vaishnavi Devi, Amarnath. These temples are located here. Southernmost part of these Himalayas consisting of longitudinal valleys, called dunes, example Jammu, Dun, Pahankot Dun, etc. So this is about the Kashmir or northwestern Himalayas. So Karwas are thick deposit of glacial clay and other materials embedded with the moraine. So next Himalaya, we see the in this map it is very clearly shown. So Himachal Pradesh and then Garhwal region and then Kumgon regions. So this has been clearly uh, uh, Himachal Pradesh. So we can see Himachal Uttarakhand areas. So two particular states. So these are located. Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand Himalayas. These Himalayas are drained by two rivers, that is a river Indus and Ganga and its tributary. Tributaries for Indus include Ravi, Beas and Satluj. Tributaries Ganga include Yamuna, Gaga River. Important hill stations Mussoorie, Simla are located in Himachal Pradesh. Kedarnath, Badrinath are also important temples. So in this Himalayas particular place. Darjeeling and Sikkim Himalayas. So these Himalayas are known for their highest peaks like Kanchenjunga and deep valleys are they are part of Great Himalaya. Due to modest slope, thick soil cover, well-distributed rainfall, British introduced growing of various plantation crops like tea and coffee. These Himalayas known for their scenic beauty because of rich flora and fauna and act as a point of tourist attraction. So Arunachal Himalayas, so it extends from east of Bhutan to Dipu Pass. This map is clearly shows so about the eastern Himalayas as well as Arunachal Himalayas. Important peak is Namacha Barwa. Namacha Barwa, here you can see Namacha Barwa, so top of it. And then these Himalayas are dissected by fast flowing rivers like Brahmaputra. Because of perennial nature of these rivers like Brahmaputra and its tributaries, these have potential for hydroelectric powers. These Himalayas are inhabited by tribes like Nagas. Most of the tribes perform slash and burn agriculture or zooming, in which after growing crops, part of land is burnt, left untouched for some time, and crops are grown on other piece of land. So these type of cultivation is known as uh, zoom cultivation. Eastern Himalayas. So these are low height hills inhabited by tribal people who practice zooming. These hills are called Patkai Bum in north. Naga Hills. It is very clearly in the map. It has been shown Naga Hills and Mizo Hills or Lushai Hills in south. This is a large lake in these hills called Loktak Lake surrounded by hills from all sides. These hills are drained mostly by tributaries of Brahmaputra.